This is David's Lancia Flaminia 2.8 Touring from 1965.
This is the touring version of the Flaminia, originally a very large Berliner or Italian saloon car, the biggest that Lancia had made for many years, and that design evolved from a Pininfarina design for the Aurelia, and the engine is developed V6 from the innovative Aurelia engine of 1952. Lancia were the first people to be able to balance a V6, and this is probably the ultimate development of it. This is a 2.8, a top speed of 122 miles an hour.
Well, what's interesting as well is that it weighs, I checked the weight,
Yes.
and it's 1,300 kilos,
Yes.
which is not heavy.
For a large car like this.
Yeah.
But of course it's touring famous Superleggera bodywork with
Aluminium body?
aluminium panels and a steel subframe. Very famous, very light. And this has 3 double-choke Weber carburetors compared to the original, which just had a single Solex.
Well, so there's a big difference going from 1 to 3, isn't it?
Oh yes, and I was familiar with the Aurelia, which I've got a V20, and this is just another step above it.
So it feels sportier, it feels much sportier.
It's more of a Gran Turismo than
Oh, I
the
see.
Aurelia.
So long legs.
Yes, it's a kind of a comfortable, fast, pretty elegant touring car, which the Aurelia developed into over time. It's a very eccentric design. It's very long, loads of boot space.
There's so much space in here.
Yeah.
I've got so much leg room.
You've got a separate set of heater controls on that side.
Yeah.
For this side as well, completely separate.
Well, that's very advanced, isn't it?
They were one of the earliest cars to have disc brakes. So this has got disc Dunlops with a servo. They built 188 of this particular model. This is number 117.
Right.
It was built in late '64. I think its first registration was January '65. I don't know its history up to 1970, but then it was bought by somebody in Strasbourg. The engine was rebuilt in '93, and then a collector in Switzerland, in Lausanne, did a complete body restoration in the '90s. And it's had very few miles added. I think it's done about 75,000 in total. But it's a car that can basically keep up with modern motoring. I mean, it's got the speed to do it, it's got the brakes. You feel pretty confident driving it. Sorry having to sell it, to be honest. I don't drive it enough, and these cars need to be owned by someone who wants to use it. They benefit from them. And of course there's a very, very active Lancia club, and I was a member of the French Lancia club, which is a great club, and they have some terrific rallies and lots and lots of nice people who've got a lot of knowledge about all the Lancias right the way through. So I would recommend anybody joining the French Lancia Club.
Or buying this one and joining the French Lancia Club.
Well, that'd be a better idea, wouldn't it? You'd be very happy driving through the Alpine passes, on the motorways, etc.
Yeah.
I've done that for many years in my V20 and never felt uncomfortable
lot of admiring looks, doesn't it? It does look good. I'm glad I got a shot of it on the road in sort of to compare it to modern cars and the size of them. And
Oh right.
this looks so low and sleek.
Yes. Well, this rear seat is designed really for luggage, and when you look at the boot and you see the size of the boot, you wonder how much luggage two people were going to take. It's just enormous.
Yeah, plenty of space.
Lancia were perfectionists in everything they did, quite honestly, at great expense. It cost them the company in the end, and they couldn't resist sort of continuous improvement. Canopy all round.
It is glass all round, isn't it? I'll do a 360.
Yeah.
It is very glassy.
One of the really irritating things was that fairly soon after I bought it, and stone chipped smashed the windscreen, and I phoned the insurers and said, actually, you know, this is quite an expensive thing. No, that's fine, that's fine. In the end, it came in at about £1,400. But they paid it without a murmur, and it also meant that the whole of the screen, which has got lots of tiny little nuts and bolts all the way around,
Yes.
we had to take the whole lot out, and gave an opportunity to clean out a bit of old dirt and stuff. So it's got a brand new screen, and finding the screen was not easy either.
It's it's a very curved screen, isn't it?
Yes,
It's probably difficult to pick up on the camera, which has got a curved lens, but it's sort of a wraparound windscreen, isn't it?
It's got a radio. It's got an electric aerial, believe it or not.
Ooh.
Yes, so it's very fancy.
That is though, isn't it? The 1960. What was the year again?
64.
64. Electric aerial.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
No, it's
Disc brakes as well.
Yep.
That works.
Just to let you know.
That's a great. Oh, is that twin horn? Isn't it?
Twin horn. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds so Italian.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes.
Once more.
I'd forgotten how smooth the gear changes are. It's really so smooth.
Falls to hand nicely, doesn't it?
Yes, it's just right there.
Yeah.
Yes, on the Aurelia I've got a column change which was standard and sort of shocked the purist at the time, but it was all about creating more space in the front.
Well, I think yes, but that where they position this gear lever, you know, it doesn't.
No, it's not.
Encroach on any space, really.
And it's absolutely in the right place. It's
Yeah.
not up there or there. It's just.
It's a great driving position. As you look at you, that looks really neat. It all falls to hand really nicely.
And the instruments are lovely. These are Jaeger instruments that lost a few series of the B20s, and they're absolutely lovely. This has got an oil radiator as well as a water radiator. It's got a clock. The clocks are notoriously difficult to repair.
Yes. Yeah, maybe you
But
say.
people can fit a little quartz movement in which it can't be seen.
Oh, the purists will be up in arms.
Yeah, they wouldn't take that look.
looks so good.